I never imagined a marriage could start unraveling through a single text message, but that's exactly how it happened for me. I'm Callum Rhodes, 39, married for 11 years to a woman I trusted without hesitation. Our life wasn't flashy, but it was stable. A house in the suburbs, shared routines, inside jokes, the kind of quiet partnership you assume will last because nothing is actively broken. At least that's what I thought before my phone buzzed at 6:47 on a Wednesday evening. The message was from my wife, Meredith. I'm having a harmless dinner with my married boss. Don't wait up. That was it. No emoji, no explanation, no warmth, just a statement, like she was reminding me to take the trash out. I stared at the screen longer than I want to admit, not because I didn't understand the words, but because something about them felt wrong. Harmless didn't need to be said unless someone knew it wouldn't sound that way. And don't wait up felt less like consideration and more like dismissal. I didn't reply right away. I told myself not to overreact. She worked in corporate consulting. Dinners happened. Networking happened. Her boss, Adrian Wells, was married, had kids, wore tailored suits, and talked about leadership books. On paper, nothing about it screamed danger. Still, the text sat in my chest like a weight. I typed 3 different responses and deleted all of them. Finally, I wrote, okay. One word, neutral, controlled. As the evening dragged on, I tried to keep myself busy. I reheated leftovers, watched half a documentary, folded laundry that didn't need folding. Every normal task felt exaggerated, like I was acting out a role in my own house. By 9:30, I checked my phone again. Nothing. No update. No casual, heading home soon. I told myself that trust meant not policing someone's time. I reminded myself that I wasn't insecure. Or at least, I didn't used to be. This wasn't the first time Meredith had grown distant. Over the past year, small things had changed. Conversations became transactional. She guarded her phone more closely, laughed at texts she didn't share, said work was stressful, deadlines were brutal, and I accepted it because that's what supportive husbands do. I picked up slack without complaint. I made dinner, paid bills, asked about her day. I thought patience was strength. I didn't realize it was also permission. Around 11, I finally went to bed. Not because I was tired, but because waiting felt pointless. I lay there staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle, replaying that word in my head. Harmless. I didn't sleep much. When I heard the front door open after midnight, I didn't move. She slipped into bed quietly, smelling like wine and unfamiliar cologne. She didn't touch me, didn't say a word. By morning, she was already gone. I didn't confront her that day, or the next. I needed clarity, not excuses. Over the following weeks, the pattern repeated. Late nights, last-minute plans. Casual mentions of Adrian's name worked into conversation like background noise. Each time, I felt a little more invisible. Eventually, I asked her directly if something was going on. She laughed, not kindly, and told me I was being paranoid. Said I should be grateful she was honest enough to tell me where she was. That sentence stayed with me. Honest enough. Not honest, just enough. The moment everything crystallized came on a quiet Sunday afternoon. We were sitting at opposite ends of the couch, both scrolling, barely speaking. I asked her if she still wanted this marriage. She didn't answer immediately. When she did, her voice was flat. She said she felt constrained, that she needed space, that nothing was technically wrong, but nothing felt right either. She didn't deny the dinners. She didn't reassure me. She just said she deserved happiness. I realized then that I was no longer part of that equation. That night, I made a decision. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. I didn't accuse her. I didn't beg. I opened my laptop and reviewed our finances. Separate accounts, thankfully. I changed passwords, canceled shared subscriptions, booked a consultation with a solicitor the next morning. When Meredith noticed the changes days later, she was shocked, said I was being dramatic, said the dinners were harmless. I told her calmly that harmless things don't require disclaimers. She had nothing to say after that. I moved out a week later, packed quietly, took only what I needed. She didn't stop me, didn't ask me to stay. I think part of her assumed I wouldn't actually leave, that I'd keep absorbing the discomfort like I always had. But something in me had shifted. I understood that trust isn't blind endurance. It's mutual care. And once that's gone, staying isn't loyalty. It's surrender. I don't know if Meredith ever crossed a physical line. In some ways, it doesn't matter. Emotional absence is still absence. Disrespect doesn't need proof to be real. What I do know is that I stopped waiting up. Not just that night, but permanently. And in doing so, I finally stopped waiting for someone who had already checked out.